This tutorial is for how to use Student Desmos. Student Desmos is similar to the Desmos Graphing Calculator program that you've probably used, but Student Desmos is kind of a student-teacher program, and I will be teaching from this platform. The reason I like this is because your screen is automatically shared with me so that I can see how you're doing. So, the first time that you enter into Desmos, you're going to need to enter the code of the class. This is going to be listed in the reference widget, and you can create an account with your TDSB email or your personal email. Doesn't really matter. So, I'm going to just go over to here, how to access Student Desmos. I'm going to cut the course code, the Desmos code for our class. Click on Student Desmos and enter the code to join. You're going to create an account, and on the page you will see the lesson that I have listed. And to open it, click Start. You'll see the date that it was assigned. Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm also going to talk about things that you can do. Now, in Desmos, it's easy to type math. The reason I'm choosing this is so that you can type your math and I can see what you're doing. So I've given you 4 equations here on slide 2 and slide 3, and I would like you to type it out. So first, you need to transfer into math type. One way to do it is to click this square root symbol at the bottom, and all of a sudden a text box comes up. But this way it is in a math type. Type in 1 or a is equal to 1 over 2. And when you use the slash key, it automatically makes it a fraction. Now you're in the denominator. I'm using my cursor arrow and then typing BH. So I've recreated this equation and I've used math type to type it out. Equation 2, E is equal to mc squared. So there's an exponent, and to get an exponent, we need to use this little triangle, Shift 6. So once again, because I'm typing math, I need to click the square root symbol at the bottom. I'm going to have E is equal to mc, Shift 6, exponent 2. Right, 2 more equations. Y is equal to the square root of 5 plus x squared, all minus 1. So to get a square root symbol, you're going to need to type SQRT, and after your x squared, we need to get out of the square root symbol. So we're going to use the arrow to move one space and then type the other one. So once again, I'm going to click the square root symbol at the bottom, so I'm transferred into math type. Y is equal to SQRT, 5 plus x squared. Use your arrow to get out of the square root, minus 1. Okay, last equation we have here, P is equal to r to the power of n minus 1, all divided by I. For the computer to understand that you have this as your numerator, you're going to put a bracket together, bracket so that they know this is all part of the numerator. So once again, let's move into the math type. P is equal to bracket r to the power of n. Use your cursor to move one spot, minus 1. Close the bracket, divide it by 1. So to make it look exactly like that, I'm going to go back and take off the brackets. Desmos can also be a place where you can draw graphs. So this is a drawing little toolbar. I'd like you to draw a circle using the pencil. So when you take the pencil, you're going to draw whatever you're able to with your mouse. This one is the line, and then we can do text, math equations, or eraser. So the third thing here, it said label the diagram, use the text icon, and change the color to red. So first let's type. This is a circle with a line through it. So when I change it, I'm going to go up here to change the style, and we have a red text box. Desmos also has a geometry option, and sometimes we'll be using this. When there's the geometry option, you're using the tools that are given on this left toolbar. Right now, I want you to draw a triangle using the polygon icon. So here's our polygon, and then there's going to be instructions down here each time you're asking the computer to do something. So first it says to choose a point. We're going to choose another point, choose another point, and then I have to click on an existing point to say that I'm finished with this polygon. And since I wanted a triangle, I am done. I clicked on the last point twice, and I have my triangle. Last thing that we are going to use Desmos for is as a graphing calculator. So the left-hand toolbar again is where you're going to be entering equations for the graph to show up here. So it says, please enter the equation y is equal to bracket 2 over 5x, close bracket, all to the power of 3. So we have y is equal to 2 over 5x, close the bracket, all to the power of 3. And we're using the same keyboard commands that we used when we were typing in the equations. Alternatively, you could type it in with the keyboard that's at the bottom left hand. Call it up, and then you can use the functions that they have here to type in your equation. Now, when you are here, you're able to zoom in. You could also zoom out, and there is a graph setting where you can adjust how big or how small you want to zoom in. We'll get to this more when we're doing graphing here. And that is it. Congratulations.